Okay, unmuted. Here we are. Hi, everyone. I'm not sure if you know me or know me very well, but I'm in the Faculty of Biology, Medicine, and Health. I'm an integrative physiologist and cardiologist. And I said I was going to talk about air pollution in the heart, and I am, but I suppose it's really about pollution and health, and that's where I kind of come into this theme. I'm interested in, next slide, please. Yeah. So we know pollution is affecting human health. It's also affecting health of other organisms on the planet. And the reason why I tend to focus on the heart is because I'm a cardiac physiologist, but also because we do see a large impact of air pollution on cardiovascular dysfunction. And a lot of research has been conducted looking at the impacts of particulate matter that's released from combustion of fossil fuels, both indoors and outdoors. Next slide, please. But our focus has really been not on the particulate matter, but on the organic compounds that can adhere to that particulate matter. And those are polyaromatic hydrocarbons. This is our favorite polyaromatic hydrocarbon. This is phenanthrene. It's a three fused benzene rings together. And it was brought to the forefront of our understanding of cardiac toxicity or its effect on health through two major aquatic oil spills. And that's really how I got into this field, because a lot of my work is looking at the effects of pollution or the environment on aquatic ectotherm hearts or health, like mainly fishes, amphibians, and reptiles. And so probably people have heard of the Exxon Valdez, or at least certainly the Deepwater Horizon oil spill that happened in the Gulf of Mexico about just over 10 years ago now. And we know that from that the crude oil that was released was causing major issues to the animals and the environment. But we also learned specifically from the Deepwater Horizon that as the oil was being churned in the water and weathered, that actually the proportion of phenanthrenes, or these low molecular weight PAHs, in the oil, in the slicks increased, and that seemed to be increasing the cardiotoxicity. So if you the next slide, please. So this is just kind of showing here on the left-hand side, we've got, these are herring, or actually these are actually zebrafish, but the original experiments were done on herring. You can see control animals, you can see animals exposed to oil slicks, and then animals that were exposed to phenanthrene, this key PAH. And through a series of experiments that we've done subsequent, in conjunction with the Deepwater Horizon oil spill and subsequent, we were able to isolate phenanthrene as the key cardiac toxin that's found in aquatic pollution. And we now know that it affects all aspects of heart function. At the whole animal level, it affects bradycardia, it causes heart block, and that's because it's impacting these cellular processes at the level of the myocytes, so the electrical activity, what keeps the heart beating, and the contractile activity, what allows the force of the heart to be realized after each electrical impulse. And after really studying this in a number of aquatic ectotherms, we started to realize that the places where phenanthrene was hitting aquatic ectotherm contractility and electrical activity are all conserved pathways in terrestrial vertebrates, including humans. And that got us to write a review a few years ago now on the potential role of these polyaromatic hydrocarbons in air pollution. Can I have the next slide, please? And so this is my final slide, and it's really just to say that we really think now that this phenanthrene, which is released from combustion of fossil fuels, whether it be in aquatic ecosystems or in the aerial system, is really a ubiquitous cardiac toxin, and is probably responsible for a lot of the cardiac dysfunction that we see in humans, but also in terrestrial and aquatic other animals. So we've shown in brown trout, in crayfish. So we've really looked at it from an environmental perspective, both in streams around the UK, in invasive species in the UK, and also across saltwater environments. And then we've also shown that it's the same kind of impacts in zebrafish, which we've been using as a kind of a bridging model between the aquatic environment and a human translational model for understanding toxicity. And more recent work in the lab has looked at small animal models, small mammalian models, large mammalian models that represent are good models for human function, human iPSCs, and all of these conditions, we're finding that these air pollution-based toxins that are adhered to the surface of a particulate matter are causing these types of problems. And just wanted to end by saying I'm also become, together with Cyril Busey, Ian Kane, Mike Shaver, and Jamie Woodward, been really interested in other things other than particulate matter that can be a vector for these organic compounds. And certainly we know that plastics and nanoplastics could also be a vector. And so we've started to expand from pure PAHs and air pollution into looking at other vectors that may carry these toxins and impact overall health and also cardiovascular health. Thank you.